Fast 29 Sports brings you live flag-to-flag coverage of the TNT Transportation 100 from Hickory Motor Speedway. Chris Pickett here with you alongside my buddy Dale Barham. Dale, welcome to Hickory Motor Speedway Throwback Night. Getting ready for a little action here at the birthplace of NASCAR. A little short third-mile track. What do you think we can expect tonight?
I mean, short track racing is always close and intense. This track is a really small track. You got, 26 drivers out there. Got to be some really close side-by-side action, as the tires where cars going to be drifting up into each other, trying to save speed. It's going to be an amazing race.
Looking forward to it here tonight. A lot of throwback schemes out there. I don't know very many of them because a lot of them have pulled from the ARCA series, late models, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be just as shocked as you guys when we look at these things, but we're looking forward to a good one here tonight. Qualifying still going on at the moment. Still got about 6 minutes left in that from what I'm showing. It probably won't go that long, but we're going to go ahead and let it run here for a little bit. But while they're doing that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a few of the things that we've got going as far as the championship standings go. We're going to take a look at that first. That's, of course, if it'll load. That'd be awesome. There we go. All right, current championship standings as of last week. Aaron Ramon with a comfortable lead at the moment over Austin Hakes. Austin DeLong third, Scott Lamp fourth, and Huang Do fifth. We'll take a look at the rest of the field as they go through. See where your favorite driver is in this list. There's one particular favorite driver that's going to pop up here shortly that's back in 56th.
Oh, man, who is he? How good is he?
55th. Oh. I'm sorry, 55th. Tied for 55th. There he is. I haven't ran too many of them this season. And by not very many, I think it's 2. But that's okay. We're hoping to get a few more here later on. Still looking at about 5 minutes left in qualifying. I don't know why they had this long of a qualifying, unless we're doing. Oh, I just realized this is not single car qualifying. This is group qualifying.
Group qualifying.
Yeah, They didn't tell me that, folks. Sorry about that. So that's why it's going a little bit longer than usual. While they're running that through, we'll go ahead and take a look at the weather conditions for tonight at Hickory. 69 degrees. It might be retro night, but that's a nice temperature.
Nice. Perfect.
100%,
not too hot.
100% humidity. Yeah, I haven't figured out this 100% humidity with no clouds in the sky. I haven't figured that out yet. But we got a pretty stiff breeze blowing out of the northwest tonight. Forecast is clear. Track temperatures around 97, which will make the in-car for ARCA cars. 109 is not bad out there tonight.
Any car 109 is bad. What are you talking about?
In these things, we've had hotter, especially in the month of June. So we'll take what we can get out there. Track description tonight: 0.363 mile oval. Banking a little different on both ends of the track. Turns 1 and 2 at 14. Turns 3 and 4 at 12. And the straightaways 8 degrees. This place, I always like the description that was in the manual of NASCAR Racing 1999 edition, because I'm a gigantic dork and can remember that. They say that you basically have 4 points that you're basically aiming at around each part of the track. So you're going across into turn 1, you're diving down to the bottom, you drift back out, and you're basically making diamonds all the way around. In, out, all the way around. Is that kind of the way you feel when you race around this place?
I mean, yeah, short tracks, you race your Bristol, you kind of want to diamond it, go from the high side on the back and front stretch, go low, then in mid-corner you want to arc it back out and go back low on exit, typical short track racing strategy. I wonder how much that will apply once you got to add in the fact that you're surrounded by other people. It's an easier single file, but the way short track racing works, everybody's around you, you're racing in a pack the whole race, so.
Oh, I don't know if Scott Lamp meant to do that going into turn 1 just so we put a camera on him. He just absolutely pulverized the tire barrier outside of turn 1. He currently is our fastest car, but he might have to take a backup out and maybe a backup driver after that one.
Just try to take a trip outside the track real quick,
DJ, you're out on the track right now. Why are you chatting with us in the 15 back there? There he is. But thank you for the comment about the filter. We appreciate that. Hey, old school, got to go old school camera crew too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a look real quick at the manufacturer's breakdown. I didn't count them, so there are some of each out there. That is lazy reporting at its finest right there.
Hey, you know what? Can't knock the hustle.
Hey, I am not ashamed.
Yeah, what, you got 2 minutes left. We got a couple nice throwbacks. See that Harris car, got that Nesquik 85 right there. I see a nice American Airlines Phoenix Suns throwback.
I just figured out what that Nesquik car is. That is a throwback to the Klondike car.
Yeah.
I know that one. Figured that one out. Oh, they spin a little bit in front of them there. Well, tried to get a camera on it, folks. Couldn't get a camera on it. There goes Scott Lamp spinning around right in front of a couple of them there.
Got that Home Depot car right there, the number 97. Yeah.
There's some good looking rides out there tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of throwback races and stuff. As long I don't agree with the NASCAR logic of forcing it on drivers and teams and mandating it. I feel like if you want to do a throwback, whenever you feel like you should. You shouldn't be forced to do it if you don't want to. That's the one thing I will kind of agree with Chase Elliott on. It's forcing everybody to do throwbacks. It weakens the idea of running a throwback.
Is that William Page driving is that a Code 3 throwback on that 83 with Will on it? Oh my gosh. So that's what I do like about this series, is that they will put their own names on these things. There's a great one right there. Noah Joyce in the 03. The throwback to the Goodrich Plus machine. That's just awesome right there. There's a few of them right there. There's his teammate Darren Ingram on the pit lane in the throwback to Dale Jr. there.
Mm-hmm. The AC Delco 3 right there.
There's a throwback to JD McDuffie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a throwback to Jeffrey Bodine, or probably more Joe Bessie there in that 64 now I think about it.
Yeah. Bryson in that 70 car is having fun. He can run all his McDuffie throwbacks today.
That is true. All right, qualifying has ended. We're going to get them situated here and get the starting grid going for you here momentarily. We're going to step aside while we get that prepared. We'll be right back. 16mm Film Crew is a film and TV podcast. Join Cindy and Dale as they talk about the latest TV shows, movies, and entertainment news. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere podcasts are found. Videos go live on YouTube every Thursday. Visit them on their website at 16mmfilmcrew.com.
Oh, I'm ready. The most important part of your business are all the people who come through your doors every day. And Cintas can help you take care of them. Your dedicated Cintas service reps will provide the essential products and support to help keep your employees performing at their best.
So your business can too. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
Get ready for the workday.
Well, you were adjusting the broadcast one because I thought you had the same spot as the your preview one.
Hey, we're back, Dale. Sorry.
We're back?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry about that.
That's a quick commercial, man.
I jumped back to you real quick. I'm sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. Fast 29 here at Hickory. Getting ready for this one tonight. Yes, it will show as normal, Dale. Gotta love the behind-the-scenes stuff happening, but that's all right. All right, let's take a look at our full field rundown for qualifying this evening. And guess what? We have music for that, too.
Production budget went out.
Yes. Scott Lamp on the pole in the 21 car alongside Nicholas Bedemlik in the 85. Row 2, Austin Hakes and Tyler Rush. Row 3, William Page and Joey Stefano. Row 4 is Noah Joyce and Aaron Ramon, the point leader. Luke Smith and Michael Murata in row 5. DJ Harris and Huang Do occupy row 6. Row 7 is Austin Spencer and Steven Merzlak. Row 8, Joseph Weaver and Zach Corbett. Row 9 is Tanner Patterson and Ryan Tovar. Hopefully he's okay after that big hit he took at Charlotte last week in the Cup Series. Austin DeLong and Cam Barnes in row 10. Row 11 is Brandon Newby and Darren Ingram. Row 12 is Kez Hiller and Brett Baldick. Row 13, Bryson Miller and Zach Krastowski. Row 14, Colby Martin and Henrietta Bordeaux. And rounding out the field tonight is Garrett Sidnor. Let's see how he can come from the back tonight in that. Look at that front row machine. It's like he works there or something. That's your field tonight for the TNT Transportation 100.
You can always spot a front row machine. They have the same, design language in all their cars.
Especially back then.
Yeah.
About a minute and a half left here in the final warm up here.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find somebody that's actually on track for the camera, that'd be great. There we go. There's William Page.
So I have a question. If you were to have raced tonight, what would your throwback have been, or what would you have done an homage to?
Oh gosh, I've done a lot of good ones recently, but gosh. Without really thinking about it, I tell you, I was planning so much this broadcast, I didn't even really think about what I would do for a throwback.
Okay.
I would honestly do a throwback to one of my cousin's cars from ARCA. Daryl Basham is my cousin, and he raced in ARCA for a while, and I'd probably pick one of his. I've done that before in some series, so he drove the 34, so I'd maybe do one for him.
See, everybody, now we learned something about Chris. He got racing lineage, in his family, A
little bit. Yeah, I actually got to go over the wall for him a couple times. He raced at Salem, Indiana, and I went to 3 races there between 2009 and 2011, and got to go over the wall the last time I was there. I got a ARCA license and everything to do that. That was pretty fun. And then I actually went to DuQuoin, Illinois that same year, and actually helped Brad Smith in that race.
Oh, wow.
Help him push the car through tech, so that was a lot of fun.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I have made original throwbacks, for brands that didn't have throwbacks. So, I'd probably run my custom Little Caesars throwback, or I don't know, probably an homage to. Well, everybody's gonna do a Dale Jr., Dale, or Jeff Gordon throwback.
Oh, everybody has to do those. Yes.
I'd probably do a Elliott Sadler M&M's car.
Ooh. See, I like that, but it would be too complicated for me to actually do. So, yeah.
Elliott does not get enough love for the M&M's era,
Oh, I agree. Well, glad to have you with us here on Fast 29, Throwback Night. Let me know if the filter's a little too much. We'll adjust it later if we need to. But right now, It looks pretty good on my end.
Yeah, you got me slapping my monitor to fix the static, and I realized it's not a TV broadcast.
Adjust the monitor. Adjust the antenna a little bit if you need to. I'll wait till the overlays pop up. We're talking about something totally different then. Hey, the pole sitter finally showed up. Now we're waiting on the outside pole sitter.
Fashionably late.
There we go. I think we're still waiting on a few of them to show up here. And the pace car is rolling. Here we go. 100 laps here on this 3rd mile. Expecting a lot of action, a lot of beating and banging, maybe some short tempers at the end of it. Hopefully not, but we will see. See if they go around one more time, or if that pace car's going to duck in this time. Nope, going to go around one more. I had a feeling we were.
Full length, no?
That's going to be a quick one. I was ready on the button if we needed to. Wait on the lights to come on the backstretch too. That'd be useful.
You know, the one thing about, you know, these short track races, you know, is you got to keep a level head on these starts, because you don't want to start and cause a caution off the rip.
Right off the bat. Yep. Green flag in the air. We're racing the TNT Transportation 100 at Hickory.
Yeah, that 82 back there had to back off. Got a good start right there. Had to check up a bit to avoid creating contact with those 2 cars up front.
First lap in the book, Scott Lamp leads it. But Dimlick slides into 2nd, Hakes to 3rd.
Yeah. And it kind of just keeps pushing him in the back there a little bit, trying to slide him up the track to see if he can cut underneath him right now.
And you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, we're not going entirely full retro. We're still going to have the fastest lap indicator pop up, any type of black flags like we showed you last week during the Cup Series race, that will pop up in the bottom right-hand corner just like normal. Mainly because I couldn't get rid of it. So we're just gonna let it sit there.
Caution.
Caution's out.
Talk to me, good. What do you got?
Oh, got one around right there. Off
Bryson
turn 2.
right there,
that looks like Bryson, yep. Bryson Miller. And he still sits there.
Smart move to wait for traffic to clear up. To get him before our work, the car might just be done.
Let's take a look, see. He was trailing the field by quite a bit, and I think it's just going to kind of come out from underneath him going into turn 1 here.
The car just gets sideways in the corner, and then there's no holding on to it.
Oh, and then it snapped there off turn 2, right in front of the leaders. That was very close.
Oh, did something break in this car? I mean, because he was able to move it in reverse, you know, after that initial spin, and then that was it.
He may have just been like, I'm already trailing the field this far. I don't know if I want to be a hazard or not, so.
You can always have him, you know, if he's free, he should come up in the booth, man, you know.
He should.
Talk a little racy race.
Talk a little racy race. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the way Bryson is sitting on pit road still, from what I'm showing, I think he's pretty well done. He didn't make any contact, and he's 4 laps down and still in the pits. So, but the pace car has the lights out. They go back to green flag racing here on lap 10 when they come back around. Scott Lamp, Nicholas Budimlik on the outside. Pace car ducks off.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air, coming to lap 10. Lamp gets another
nice,
good jump.
safe.
Yep.
Good jump, safe restart.
On board William Page, working on the outside here. Noah Joyce to the inside. Once again, everybody just trying to figure out a rhythm here, get some laps under their belt.
Caution's
trouble.
out, caution's out.
Another one. Ooh, saves it.
Really doing a
Ooh,
great job,
never
man.
mind.
We'll keep working on this thing for you. How you doing inside
Somebody
there?
went around there but couldn't tell who it was, still trying to get a camera on it here. I just saw a red car kind of spinning back there toward the back of the pack, but couldn't tell who it was. Oh, okay, I lied, it wasn't a red car. Actually, I think there might have been 2 incidents here. So this is coming down the backstretch here. Oh, excuse me. Now going into the backstretch. Watch the 13 Austin Spencer here. It's just going to kind of come out from underneath him coming off turn 2. He locks it down, and then the 25 spins in front of him.
Yep. I mean, he locked it down good and almost slid back up to the track, but got on those brakes real fast. That was able to avoid making the situation worse.
Now Bryson's back on the track. I think that's him just passing him there. It's getting the lucky dog here.
Yeah, I sent an intern downstairs into his pit box to see if he was available to hop in the broadcast booth with us, but he waved us off. So.
Clearly, he's back in his car. Austin Spencer takes the claim for that caution. He'll go to the end of the line as we're double back up, getting ready to restart here. Restart on lap 16.
Green flag.
Lamp again with a big
Ooh,
jump.
Good jump. These repeated cautions are giving these guys a little chance to save their tires. These short tracks. The laps go down quick, but those tires were even faster. Ooh, they're rubbing back there, fighting for second place.
Caution.
Oh, got another caution.
Bud, why don't you give me a status on your car there?
Well, let's go find this one. It's gonna be one of those nights on the short track.
Do we have the caution counter ready to go? Or...
Oh, it's around here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Oh, goodness. Oh,
Ooh.
it's not who it's somebody we wouldn't necessarily expect here. It was right behind the leaders, actually. We just didn't catch it.
A real blink if you miss a moment.
Yes,
following the
definitely.
leaders.
It's coming down the backstretch. It's going into turn 3. Watch the 83 of William Page. It just is going to come around on him right here off turn 4. There it goes.
Snaps
Right in front of Noah Joyce. Does a great job going to the outside to avoid him. And again, just locks it down, and Barney's up there waving his yellow flag right above it there.
That's probably the safest spot to lose it, because you could just go right off the racing service and everybody's kind of single file, and they would just freight train like right past you, with minimal contact.
I'm not for sure why we're still going slow-mo. What that's all about. There we go.
And the broadcast truck is having troubles with all this newfangled technology.
Newfangled technology with a really old school filter. I really wish they'd stop throwing yellows. We got other stuff to show you.
Lamp has a chance to slow down, save his tires a bit.
right, they're doubled up again. Looks like Lamp's going to take the outside on this restart. Now, if that's the plan. All right, pace car's in, green flag.
Another good start.
And this time from the outside. Now he's just showing off. He clears Hakes down to turn 1.
Look at, almost had a 3 wide behind him, battling for second.
Caution out again.
Lap one time, real quick.
Cautions breed cautions.
They do. They do.
Especially at a short track.
Might be Henrietta Bordeaux this time, potentially here. And I think our onboard's locked up there. There we go.
It's really easy to spin these tires on these restarts because it starts like middle of the corner. And you want to get on the gas as fast as possible, but no,
it's in front of her.
the 13.
Yep, the 13. Let's take a look here. This is in front of Henrietta Bordeaux. Watch up in the top there. There's the nudge from Krastowski into the left rear of Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
And Krastowski's going to hit him in the door, and Henrietta had nowhere to go as well.
Yeah. That 13 just got loose and slid up the track, and was it the 4 followed suit, leaving Henrietta nowhere to go.
That happens on a short track. Nowhere to go.
I mean, you could always, take a detour and run the outside of the track, I'm sure no one will mind,
Just Hail Melon it. Heck with it. Well, definitely a halting start here, to say the least.
Scott is probably loving it up front. He's getting these amazing starts, and everybody's having a hard time keeping up with him. He's able to keep every 3 or 4 laps, like he's able to dial it back and save his tires once again.
I gotta say, these caution flags are quick, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, green flag.
Restart. Lap 28. Lamp again with the jump, but Hakes tried to stay with him. That time Joyce is going to sneak low. Oh, that 03, his nose slid up off turn 2, slides back in line behind Hakes. Top 3, single file.
Yeah, Scott Lamp right there took that start really good once again. Decided to get in front of Hakes to block him off on the high side, and Hakes had to let up and almost got past again, but got back his spot and is currently running second as well. The 03 and 94 is an 85 right there going side by side with Nicholas Bulimic.
Yeah, that's a good pronunciation because I'm struggling with it too. On board Noah Joyce.
Back off the throttle a bit, just flip it, and
Let's take a look at some telemetry out of Noah Joyce here.
Mm-hmm.
We had to improvise with the RPM graphic, sorry. Just know that 8,000 RPMs is the last itty-bitty little line there before the border.
He's entering the corner there like almost 95, then backs it off right there, almost to 75. And flips it back. Yeah, he's diamonding the corner, controlling his throttle, back off. Upper diamond, get on the throttle as well.
That's what we kind of talked about, just making 4 points around this track. Hit the bottom of 1 and 2, right dead center, come right out to the wall just like they are right there, then dive back down to the bottom here, hit that point, and then right back out to the wall again. Boy, Joyce wobbling off turn 4 though in that 03.
Ooh,
oh, it's a contact!
Yellow.
Ooh!
So what you got going on out there, bud?
Well, that was a quick yellow.
Getting into him.
I think it was Tyler Rush in the 27, actually, I believe is who got him. Oh, nope, you're wrong. No, that's right. Yeah, 27.
Yeah, Tyler just left him nowhere to go as, he's coming down to hit that apex right there. Just gives him a push and sends him up.
Little nerpy nerp right into the back corner.
Nothing you can do about that one right there. Just getting a little bit too close for comfort and manages to squeak by without avoiding damage on his own car as well.
We got the front runners coming in for a pit stop. The 85 of Nicholas Budimlik is in. There he is.
About halfway through, trying to get some tires to go through the end, or not. Well, with these cautions, he just might, go through the end with those tires.
I mean, we're already 39 laps in, 100 laps, and there's only 2 cars that have made a pit stop at all, and that's Bryson Miller, and you just saw Nicholas Budimlik in. I do want to check real quick and see. There's 2 changes of tires available. It's 100% fuel, so I think you can go the distance, I think, on fuel here, because I don't think there's an acceleration on that. So
Green flag.
restart, lap 40. They're starting to figure him out a little bit. They're getting closer every time as Hakes tries to look to the outside, but here comes Luke Smith in the 39 sneaking up on this pack. First time we've talked about him all night.
Yeah, fan favorite last week,
Oh, yes.
Sneaking his way up the field once again, like he did last Thursday.
He's pretty good at that. Talk about him at all, and then all of a sudden he's in the top 3 at the end of the night talking to us. Yellow out.
Caution.
Well, who is it this time? Might be the 94, and yep, the 94. There he is.
Ooh, lock it down.
Colby Martin. I believe Darren Ingram might have been caught up in this as well. A lot of damage to the front end of that 94 as well.
And that front end just went right into the barrier head on. Doesn't look like a car has power anymore.
Oh, we've got several cars involved in
3,
that.
4,
it actually
5.
happened in front of him actually a little bit here. So it starts way up in front actually. Wow, this starts, folks, off of turn 2 and ends in turn 4.
Yeah, looks like Tanner Patterson right there reacts to the cars in front of him.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a jam up there behind the 5.
For the checkup, somebody blinks out, he gets sideways.
Yep, and there goes right across Steven Merzlak, and he's going to come back across. Darren Ingram's going to have nowhere to go in the 3. Into the outside wall they go, and then Colby's got it locked down. And then the 70's going to punch him from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like there was going to be a lot of damage to Colby, but something knocks him up into the wall and knocks the whole front bumper off for some reason.
I think the 33 might have made a little contact with him, trying to avoid, so the combination impacts on the 33 and the 70, probably just forced him up there. But that's a lot of damage to it. Looked like was a minimal, nudge in the rear.
Sometimes those little things become big things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're back to green. That was quick. I was about to show another replay, and they decided to go green on me.
Everybody's kind of running side by side, trying to defend their line, but also trying to give each other space. Got a lot of lightly damaged cars out
Guess
there.
what? Another caution. Mm-hmm. We just cannot get this one going tonight, guys.
I was just saying, everybody's trying to be nice and give each other space to avoid having another caution, and someone said, nah.
Now we want to wreck. Not for sure what caused this one yet, Dale.
I thought a car goes sideways.
Well, that usually is what starts one.
Yep.
They're just trying to leave me out of this whole entire race at this point. I have not figured out why there's. Oh, there we go. There it is. I finally found it. It took forever, but we found it. It's.
Push.
Yeah.
Bryson pushes the, what is that, the 7 or the 4?
That's in the back of Kostowski. We'll take a look here. It's coming off turn 4. Once we get it loaded, there we go. Oh, there's more contact in front of him as well. Just saw that. The 95 got turned around as well in front of this.
You know, Bryson knew that Bryson in a 7, he was already spinning, you know, and then that hit from was a 63 just sent him
Actually,
down the track.
I think the 95 actually saved that. I'm sorry, it's the 85, excuse me, of Bedimlik, who pitted, remember, pitted earlier.
Oh, he gets turned.
You see him get turned, and he saves it off of Kes Heller there, the 01.
Has turned him and saved him, you know?
Hey, sometimes 8 tires better than 4 several times.
Mm-hmm.
So the 01 gets the penalty for causing the yellow on that one, per race control.
Which is fair. Of the initial contact between him and Nicholas, you know, if that didn't happen, that kind of was what led to Bryson, you know, getting spun as well. It's an according effect, but we're about to go green again.
Hey, let's see if we can keep it under green this time for a little bit. I'm waiting for the Austin Powers reference. How about no?
Scotty, no. At lap 53, going ahead to 54, halfway through this thing.
Oh, wow. DJ Harris loose off turn 2. He hangs on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trouble behind him.
Just that checkup right there is just a giant stack up.
Could tell it was. Somebody hit the outside wall hard off turn in the middle of 3 and 4. Could tell it was.
Yeah, there was a massive checkup reacting to that car coming back on track, and that whole top side, somebody just nose dives right into the wall to avoid the stack up that was happening.
This is just a mess waiting to happen back here. And there they go. The 25's around. Joseph Weaver
saves it. Nope.
There will
never
be a
mind.
caution is out. Oh, 26 spins as
And
well.
they're
More
just not
contact.
holding down their brakes at all. They're just trying to drive straight through. The car is sideways, dead center of the track, guys. Come on.
Here's Weaver heading down into turn 1. It's just loose before he even gets to the corner.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he saved it as long as he did. He had
He almost
saved
saved
there,
it.
and then it finally comes all the way around. The 5 there, Zach Corbett gets a piece. There's Garrett Sidnor spinning off the bottom of the 26, and then he comes back across. Patterson gets a piece. So does Darren Ingram.
Yeah, he almost saved it. I think he made slight contact with the 72, right? Not 72, the 97 right there, which, you know, made him lose whatever momentum he was trying to recover, and it's turned the rest of the way sideways.
I can hear Darren Ingram right now. Hold the brake. They're giving Tanner Patterson the end of the line penalty on this one. I'm not for sure if that's related to the caution or not. We don't have an actual race control tonight, so we're not actually seeing claims. So that may be a separate penalty. More than likely, it's actually a separate penalty.
I mean, potentially it might be related to the incident before that one.
Could be. Hard to say without our normal race control in our ear. We're kind of at the mercy of what's going on tonight. All right, so Scott Lamp continues to be our leader. He's controlled every restart so far. Here we go, lap 61.
Off like a rocket once again.
Another big restart, yes. Hake's going to try and get a run on him.
Smith following him through on that low line. Almost got blocked off, but managed to make it work. Ooh,
trouble behind him.
Multiple cars sideways right there on that.
What can we do to try to help it if we do get another restart?
That looks like it might be Brandon Newby back there. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, these guys really aren't giving each other room at all. You know, once you see a car start to slide, you check up a bit, but they're just on each other's bumper all the way through.
This is kind of how it felt when I raced with these guys at South Boston a few weeks ago. It was kind of a similar situation, just stop, go the entire night. As we look at Brandon Newby in the 41 here, he's going to catch the back of the 97. That knocks himself sideways. Zach Corbin in the 5 turns him the rest of the way around. And I am shocked nobody else is involved in that.
Well, they held their brakes down this time.
Yep.
Last wreck, they didn't.
Learned their lesson that time. Catch a glimpse of this from William Page here real quick as he drives right through this. Oh, he catches a little piece of it.
Scrapes a bit, trades paint a bit, This is one of those races as a fan, as soon as the thing is done, you're going into the infield and trying to get bumpers and car parts for your collection.
Absolutely. There's going to be plenty of that to go around.
Looks like pace kites are out.
It's so difficult to get into a rhythm with this when you're... I mean, we're 66 laps into this now, coming to 68 on this restart, and you're just moving up one spot at a time unless you're in the back trying to dodge wrecks.
Green.
It reminds me of the Papa the Rapper song, Step on the Gas.
Oh, look at Hakes here. Hakes has got to run on the outside. This is the biggest challenge we've had to lamp all night.
Man shuts the door on the high side, though. Didn't get his usual, shotgun start a while ago.
Caution.
And guess what?
What's up?
Close your car.
Like I said, Rapper, step on the gas, step on the brake.
Oh, goodness. Might be Ryan Tovar that we just lost there coming in turn 2 that was involved there. He's been having some connections issues. Nope, it's actually...
Oh, no, it's a 3.
It's something else on the front stretch, actually. Yep, involving Darren Ingram. We'll see what exactly occurs here. Oh, it starts.
Oh, no.
It starts in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have. I'm gonna see if I can get a good angle here. It's gonna back up just a little bit here. So this is gonna happen in front of Darren in the 3. You got Merzlak in the 67, Garrett Sidnor, and in front of this, there goes Ryan Tovar in the 87.
But he avoids it by going into pit lane, so there's no yellow yet.
I don't know how he misses that into that wall, and then Darren spins to kind of checking up, and that brings out the caution.
So Darren Ingram's the one who brings up yellow because
he was on the track still. Yep.
Yeah. That is a lucky place to lose your car on the exit of what, 4 to aim into the pit lane. Just get on the gas real quick.
Wow, look at that. And Darren spinning helped us keep that camera on it. Wow. Whew. Better to be lucky than good sometimes, I'll tell you that. Remember Nicholas Bedemlik who pitted?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's take a look and see where he's at. There he is. He's sitting in 12th right now.
Oh. He's got the best tires in the field. He can murder them for the next, 30 laps or so.
Kind of what I'm thinking. Pace car dives in again. Guess what? I've said that how many times tonight? Lap 73. Here we go. Hakes didn't get a good enough restart that time. Joyce is going to be on the bottom coming off turn 2.
Keeps his lead. He's got that 03 look at inside. Doesn't have the run. But look at that in the 39 car.
Ooh, there was a contact behind him there. DJ Harris into the side of Murata. Cam Barnes in the mix there as well. Austin DeLong behind him.
Yep, that car got a little squirrely on the exit of 3 and 4, heading into the front straight. Just a little sideways, but not enough to, spin him out.
back up to third. Joyce versus Smith through 1 and 2. Hakes takes a peek to the inside of Lamp down the backstretch. He's trying to get the lead. They make a little contact. Hakes alongside. Can't make the move.
I was probably about to see some, front stretch clanging and banging as they try to battle for this lead.
Take a look at some telemetry from Austin Hakes.
He's carrying a little.
Hey,
little
caution's back out again. What do you know? Might be Garrett Sidnor, and it is.
Yep.
Well, let's see what happened to Garrett. He's been involved in a couple of them tonight.
Oh, just got taken sideways.
Yeah, just got a little loose here. This is going to be in turns 3 and 4 when you get the replay. Here we go. 26 car on the outside. Is there contact with him in the 97?
Slightly. Or it might have been an air imbalance that spun him.
Maybe a little net code there, maybe on the 97 there, because it looked like lid, but it looked like an actual hit there from what it looked like. Gotta hate
those invisible hit boxes, are a doozy.
Well, let's see if we can get a view, maybe from the 43's rear bumper. Let's see if we can get that. This can be from points leader Aaron Ramon here.
Oh, the Goodyear blimp isn't in the air at the moment, or?
I don't know if that would really help us. We're gonna get down low here. See what we see. Here we go. This on board with Ramon. Yeah, I don't know.
Might be net code.
That's kind of what it looked like to me. Haven't seen if there's been a claim on that or not. Of course, we can't see the claims, unfortunately. There is an in-line pit. Oh, that was a 41. Excuse me. Might have been a pit lane penalty, possibly on the 41. Oh no, he hasn't pitted. So, who knows at this point? It's been one of those nights.
Or he might have probably went down.
The leader is pit. Actually, we've got a new leader because Scott Lamp has pitted.
Oh.
So Hakes is now out front. They're giving the 26 the end of the longest line penalty on that one. So evidently he decided to just take the claim and move on. So here we go.
Green flag.
Restart lap 83 with a new leader, Hakes.
He gets the restart advantage now, but it doesn't look like he has enough of a gap.
Oh, they're bunching up back there for 5th on back. That's Rush in the 27, and guess what?
Talk to you about your car real quick.
Just take a guess, folks.
I was gonna say, it looks like we have a lot of sharks in the water behind Hakes back there in first, but never mind.
Oh goodness, my caution button is getting tired here, folks. This one's a little weird.
He just Steven just drops down like
Steven
way too
Merzlak, 67. Yep, he's gonna get a left rear of Austin Spencer there, and then a left front, and then they both go in the inside wall. And Steven parks it in victory lane. Oh, and some more contact on the outside there. I think maybe Brandon Newby. Yep, that's Brandon Newby in the 41, also involved there going in turn 1.
That's why you always gotta respect short track racing. You never know when it'll be your night not to get anything done because get caught up in an incident or get stuck in one.
Oh, it looked like Austin also got down on the apron there as well. Some good contact there for both of them on the inside wall. And you see Newbie spinning past in the 41.
Aaron's Dream Machine in first place.
I don't know if this has been a dream or a nightmare tonight for these guys. Definitely a dream out front now for Austin Hakes.
And got, 20 laps left?
It'll be 10 to go when they hit the line. Yeah, this 100 laps has flown by here.
I mean, it's 100 laps with the what the stuff would be like.
With like 85 cautions, yeah.
In real life, 100 laps, 8 cautions is not a bad race.
Not too bad.
Short track.
I love your enthusiasm.
I mean, on
Three
a short
wide
track.
on this restart. Look back here.
Whoa. Oh, they want to cause another one right there. Into
Oh,
the wall.
he's in the, contact, and around goes Murata. He saves
Stay
it. Oh.
Nope. Oh, stay green again. I thought he just went right into another car.
Oh,
never mind.
big car crash in turn one.
It's the short track big
Murata,
one.
Krastowski, the pace car hits the inside wall. All kinds of fun stuff happening here.
The pace car said, I want to be involved in it, you know.
I mean, they've hit everything but the pace car out here. The pace car just wanted to hit something too.
Yeah, shout outs to the. We don't give pace car drivers that much love, but he's led the second most laps this whole race, so amazing performance by that driver.
Job, yes, I agree wholeheartedly. This starts all the way back in turn 3. So, well, actually, more than that, Murata gets into the 85 coming off turn 2. The 85 kind of finishes the job in turn 3, and then it takes all the way down to turn 1 before everybody else gets involved here. 85 bouncing through the middle here. He's still trying to hit the 64, and then this wad comes along. The 4 of Krastowski, the 01 of Kez Heller, the 67 of Steven Merzlak, hard in the inside wall with Krastowski. Brandon Newby, unfortunately, involved again with the 01 as it slides back up.
Yeah, he just came down to a contact of he was saving it, but then when he came back down into the 4 was trying to work his way past the 3, and that was it. Not really being aware of the other car around him. He was like focused on getting the pass more than avoiding an incident.
Merzlak with nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Man, 4 in the 01 came down across him.
Merzlak was just stuck in a pincer right there,
All right, 5 laps to go. I'm double checking. There are 3 attempts at an overtime finish.
3 attempts?
3 attempts. If I had time, I'd put a poll up to see how many we're actually going to have here. But I don't have that kind of time. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Oh, somebody up on the outside again, up against the outside wall. They're using the apron. They're using everything here.
Caution.
Hey, guess what?
Quickly, tell me what you got.
Tell you that's 1.
This will be 1 now. Yep. We got Austin Spencer involved. Henrietta Bordeaux's up against the wall.
Like I said, we're gonna use up all these. Was it 5 attempts for a green and white checkered? We got 1 gone already.
All right, this is gonna be coming into turn 1. Austin Spencer in the 13. That's Henrietta Bordeaux in the 96. We'll see what happens here. Oh, there's already somebody around. Oh, goodness. Did not hold the brakes at all.
No, just let the car roll all the way down as well. Like, neither driver paying attention much into that incident, Well, especially the car that drove into the tire barrier,
And also our camera crew who decided to take a look at the bathroom right then. Honestly, don't know who that was. I'm kind of curious to see who.
It looks like they're disconnected from the race now.
I can't find who it was now. I guess they didn't want to be found out, so we're just going to let it roll.
Just driving it. Well, that's it right. That was it right there, I think, right there. I think you might have had it. But they just drove full on hard into the tire barrier, did not lock down their brakes at all.
It's fun, isn't it? I believe Scott Lamp was involved in that as well. Whoa, I don't know why it jumped to practice all of a sudden. That was weird. What just happened? That's crazy.
Yeah, that man's putting a show in the infield, those burnouts,
There we go. That was odd. Okay. There we go. All right.
Green flag.
Green flag. Hopefully the final restart. Austin Hakes with a big jump.
2x2 all the way back there. It's almost looking almost 3 wide as well.
Coming to the white flag.
Somebody back there looking like it's 4 wide, you know. All car driving on the apron.
Here we come. Oh,
there
Rush
we go.
goes
That's
around.
2.
We're going to stay up
final
front.
lap.
This is it. Coming to the line. And it's going to be Austin Hakes winning it here at Hickory.
At
Wow.
that point, somebody was
Good
like, well,
Lord
might as well wreck
alive,
again.
man.
I mean, we saw some of those guys practicing their, their wrecks in practice, and some of them just carried it over into the race.
Well, we finally got through this one, Dale.
Yeah.
We'll take a look and see what happened there as Austin Hakes begins his celebration on the front straightaway.
I mean, we were always going to get, plenty of, side-by-side rubbing and bumping, but didn't expect this much.
Oh, my goodness. I think it was 10 cautions, I believe. Whew. We'll go back and take a look and see what happened there coming through.
It was like 1 wreck, and then I guess they assumed because of that 1 wreck, the yellow was going to come out.
There was
It's the whole back of the field.
Well, I think actually this was their typical finishing of a race. They just decided to pile it up. This
fooled me.
This is off turn 2.
71.
Andrew Wallace, I have no idea what the longest green flagger. I don't have a clue. But this is coming off turn 2.
Spins.
Yep, he had some contact there. Hits the inside wall. And I think that may have been the only car involved. Oh, there's more contact in the middle of 3 and 4. Oh, Darren Ingram, who had just came back up.
Ooh.
Oh, this was a huge pile up. You're correct. Yeah, this is off turn 4, not turn 1. That's pretty much the way this one just had to end, folks. Let's just be honest. My goodness, some damage
Cars
happened.
ending the race in reverse and backwards.
Just trying to get done. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Well,
not a single clean car tonight.
We still got guys spinning through. I don't know what 21's
well,
doing.
That right there, that's
a little
Scott. That's post-race. The race is finished. Might as well join the party.
Yeah, that's a little. He got caught up in off turn 4, but I think that might have been a little much. But all right, but Austin Hakes is your winner here tonight. What a crazy go nuts night tonight! It is the Strawberry Moon. I don't know if we didn't mention that. So there might have been something to that.
Is that a thing? Does that play a factor into it?
If it's a full moon, I would assume so. That's just my guess anyway. All right, we're going to take a look at our unofficial results tonight because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some changes to this at some point. And that's incorrect. That's the qualifying. Excuse me. Let me fix that. Here we go. There's race results. Unofficially, Austin Hakes is your winner. Luke Smith comes home 2nd. Noah Joyce 3rd. Austin DeLong 4th. William Page, coming back from that earlier incident, finishes 5th. DJ Harris was a top 10 run tonight. Tanner Patterson, involved in a couple of things, comes home 7th. That big wreck off turn 4 gets some guys up in the top 10 that we weren't expecting. Aaron Ramon with another top 10 in the points lead. That's key for him. And Garrett Sidnor, involved in like 2 or 3 things, comes home with a top 10. And here's the guys that were involved in the wreck trying to get across, just trying to get anything they could. And Scott Lamp, the early dominator, comes home 23rd after all that. All right. Well, let's see if we can get a hold of anybody after this one, or if they all just want to take a nap. Let's take a look here, see who we've got. We got the winner and 2nd place in there. Yep, and then Noah's gonna probably give us a statement later. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can get a hold of some people here. We're gonna do a little. Actually, we're gonna step aside for just a second here. We're gonna get our sound in the right spots, and we'll be right back.
16mm Film Crew is a film and TV podcast. Join Cindy and Dale as they talk about the latest TV shows, movies, and entertainment news. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere podcasts are found. Videos go live on YouTube every Thursday. Visit them on their website at 16mmfilmcrew.com.
The most important part of your business are all the people who come through your doors every day. And Cintas can help you take care of them. Your dedicated Cintas service reps will provide the essential products and support to help keep your employees performing at their best.
So your business can too. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Welcome back, Fast 29's coverage of the TNT Transportation 100 from Hickory Motor Speedway. It's in the books. Austin Hakes is your winner tonight. Top 3 on your screen there: Luke Smith, Noah Joyce, and the rest of the top 10 as well. All right, we're going to see if we can get a hold of our third place finisher, who I haven't talked to in forever. Noah Joyce, you got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Well, that was interesting. I'm just going to say it that way first. But you stayed out front of the mess tonight and come home with a third place finish. Tell us about that run, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad I qualified where I did now. That's really about all there was to tonight. Just, well, I guess I almost got caught up in my own mess, but overall, just, trying to not get shuffled around. That was most of the race. It was fun. I just wish we could have kept going just for anything.
Yeah, it seemed like they just couldn't get a rhythm going at all tonight. For some reason, just everybody just was crazy go nuts all night long.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to pass. I get that, but I feel like tire wear was going to be a big problem tonight. People just could have used some patience. Maybe we could have got to that point, but, it happened. That's short track racing, like they say, I guess.
It's USRL at a short track. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
I raced with y'all at South Boston. I know how it is out there. You just can't get going sometimes. But it seemed like track position was the key factor tonight. You started up front, you stayed up there, you didn't pit, which is probably the smart thing. What did you think when the 21 pitted? That was kind of a shock for all of us there.
Yeah, I said it in the chat I was in. I was like, did he mean to do that? Like, I had thought about it about 20 laps before that, but even then I very quickly passed over that idea. So I think I was just as confused as everybody else.
Yeah, he was.
I guess.
Go ahead, Dale.
I mean, I guess he was hoping, something would happen late, because we were saying earlier, with the amount of caution that happened, you guys aren't killing your tires a lot. You're able to save your tires up by going under pacing for another 4 laps.
Yeah, I know. I'm one of the few guys probably out here running a controller. I don't know if I'm like the only one out here, but I could tell my right front was getting hot, so I was pretty fortunate to have all those yellows, but as much as I didn't want them really, but it balances itself out.
Well, you got some great partners on that 03 Noah, and a great looking paint scheme tonight from an Earnhardt fan. Well done. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. But floor is yours with any shout outs. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, of course, thank you to TNT Transport for sponsoring the 03 car and the race tonight. First off, thanks to you guys for the broadcast. I can't wait to watch it back. I know you had some great things planned for it, and I got some little bits of glimpses of it, and I was pretty excited to see it. Thanks to everybody at NCM Racing, everybody at PTR. Tommy Bordeaux is not included in either of those groups, I don't think, so shout out to him too. Yeah. I think that's about it. Everybody at Chevrolet, and everybody back at the shop. There's a trophy there I think some people would really like to see around these parts. So if they want to stop by the shop, they can see it. And yeah, we're taking tours all the time. So thank you, Chris.
Awesome. And thanks to you, Noah, as well. He's the one that sponsored the broadcast for us tonight for TNT Transportation, so we definitely appreciate that. He was also the one that designed the retro Fast 29 logo that you see up there on the banner as well, so we definitely appreciate that too. So, but congratulations on a strong third place finish tonight, Noah. You earned it, and congratulations. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
All right, Noah Joyce, driver number 03, brings it home in third tonight. All right, let's bring in our second place finisher, Luke Smith. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for just kind of moving you back and forth there with the sound check. We didn't realize Noah was actually going to talk to us tonight. But here you are in second place. Congratulations on a strong run. It seemed like everybody was kind of doing everything they could to wreck behind you. Once you got out front, how'd it feel?
It wasn't bad. I feel like I kind of burned my stuff up, battling, because I think I started ninth, and I kind of just slowly clawed my way through there, and then finally got up towards the front with a couple guys doing some pit stops and stuff. And if we didn't have that last caution, I felt like there was a potential to maybe have something for Austin. But I was just happy to be here, happy to not be involved in the chaos, and just kind of trying to just put a finish on the board and stay out of trouble.
And not just a finish, you finished second, so that's awesome. And I do got to say, with a sponsor like Crush, pretty glad you didn't get crushed tonight like a lot of the guys behind you, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Worst dad joke ever. I'm sorry, I just had to do it. I got to take advantage of your entourage isn't in the chat tonight like they were last week, so I got to take up some slack, I guess, for them.
Yeah, you were a fan favorite Thursday night. People were rooting for you in your purple crush car. So to see you up there, sneaking your way up to the third place, well, from third now to second place, finishing the race the way you did. If they were watching, it'd probably be crazy and pandemonium in the chat.
I'm shocked they missed tonight instead of last week. They should have tuned in tonight. So we noticed. A lot of the guys that finished up front, they did not pit at all. And we were kind of confused that the 21 of Scott Lamp, who was dominant all night long, decided to take advantage of a pit stop along with the 85 as well. What did you think of that strategy? Was that something that crossed your mind? We talked to Noah about it as well. It crossed his mind a little bit, but he decided against it and it worked out. Was that your strategy too?
I was absolutely not touching pit road tonight. There was no chance. I would rather get wrecked by somebody on fresh tires than go down that pit road. I did not want to be in any form of traffic because I did not trust anybody, and I really didn't want to be around other cars that were either on different strategies or something like that, because that's kind of just asking to get wrecked.
Clearly. And unfortunately, Scott got wrecked back there on the last lap as well. So that was definitely the smart move. So good job on that. Well, you got some great partners on that Crush machine. Floor is yours. Go ahead.
First off, I'd like to shout out you guys. Y'all put on a fantastic broadcast. It's always awesome to go back and watch. Second off, I'd like to shout out John Peterson. He throws the paint schemes on these cars, makes them look all pretty, and then normally I go out and tear them up. But, every now and then we keep it clean. Like to shout out the admins. They put on fun racing. It's nice to have a league that is free to run and not necessarily take unserious, but not as serious as one where you would pay money to race in. It's just fantastic to be around here.
Yeah, it's definitely a good crew to be with. Well, congratulations on the second place run tonight, Luke, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Yep, thank you.
Luke Smith, driver number 39, brings it home second tonight. And let's see if we can get a hold of our winner, Austin Hakes. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Austin, wow. A lot of action behind you, and then the leader decides to make a random pit stop, and it just falls into your lap. Tell us about it.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of the action was behind me. I just basically ran second all race long. I think I had to pass Nicholas on a restart once, and then he ended up pitting. So yeah, I just had Scotty in front of me the entire race. I needed it to go green. I felt like I did a pretty solid job at saving my tires. I was running some fast lap times. And then I think Scotty was pretty tight. I could hear him. And they just pit with like 20 to go.
Yeah,
And then
you did have that right before he pitted. You did make a move off turn 2. I was going to talk to you about that. We couldn't see anybody getting a run on Scotty all night long, and then you got this run off turn 2 with about, I think it was about 20. Well, I lost track because there were so many cautions. I was trying to keep up with a lot of stuff. So it's something off turn 2. I think about 25 to go. You got a run on him. Had a fender alongside, but then you just couldn't make the pass. Is what it looked like. Was it that difficult to make that move, even if you were faster and he was tight?
Yeah, the bottom's really tough there to pass. Like, yeah, so I got under him. I knew he was getting tight, got under him, and he did a good job pinching me down on entry. So it caused me to get really tight in the center. I just had no drive off. But yeah, when we're pretty even, everybody's pretty even. Luke, Scotty, Noah back there in third. You can't really pass on the bottom. You gotta really use the guy up if you're gonna make the move. And his teammate, I didn't really want to use him up too much. So
Hey, Dale, he should go back and watch the entire broadcast to see what pinching off into the entry into the corner looks like and what it could end up look like. Because there was a lot of that tonight.
There's a lot of you played it safe up front, but the guys behind you guys like, nope.
We're going to keep this fender in here until something happens. That's basically what it looked like back there. So, but congratulations on keeping it out front tonight, Austin. You got some great partners on that 82. Your floor is yours. Go ahead, bud.
yeah, I just want to say thanks to Outlier Speed Co., Lamp Performance Chassis and State Building Company for riding on board with me. I didn't have time to make a throwback scheme, but Michael Murata painted me a beautiful looking blue car tonight, so that's what we ran, and I appreciate him for that. Just want to say thanks to Noah and the admin team for putting on the series, and thanks to you guys at Fast 29 for broadcasting. I've been doing pretty well when you guys broadcast, so I think you should do some more because my finishes have been pretty solid.
They have been. We've talked to you a lot. Yep. And,
I know, I like it.
And we did want to mention real quick, and we just popped it up on the screen, you just cannot close this gap in the championship standings on Aaron Ramon. He comes home 9th tonight, and these solid finishes you're getting, he's just kind of right there to where you just can't close that gap as much as you'd think, as we got it up on the screen now.
Yeah, I've had some bad races. I don't think he's really had any. So, yeah, I mean, you get first and him finishing 9th, like it's a small gap, right? Like it only closes up a little bit. So I just got to dial it in, and let's see what happens at the end here.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Austin. You earned it, and congratulations. We'll catch you on the next one.
I appreciate you guys.
Austin Hakes, driver number 82, brings it home as the winner tonight here at Hickory. All right, Dale. Well, I got to tell you, looking at these point standings here, we'll just kind of go through them a little bit here. Aaron Ramon, as we mentioned, finished 9th tonight and maintains a pretty solid point lead over Austin Hakes, the winner tonight. Austin DeLong still 3rd. Scott Lamp, even though he got kind of tore up there at the end, he's still sitting in 4th. Noah Joyce slides up into 5th. You see the rest of the top 10 there on your screen. And we'll drop back to 20th place here. A few of these guys did not run tonight. But these are unofficial championship standings after this race tonight, pending any changes in the running order. But this is the way it looks as of right now. Some final thoughts from Dale. What'd you think about this one tonight? Pretty crazy.
Rubbing is racing, but wrecking isn't.
Saw a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, like cooler heads did not prevail during this race at all. Thought that would happen after like the 4th or 5th caution, but they just couldn't get it under control. That's the nature of short track racing. You don't have much opportunity to pass. Your only opportunity to pass is trying to force somebody up the track and diving down low. But time and time and again, these guys are just trying that same maneuver and over again, and not having the awareness to like pump the brakes and relax a bit. So.
And sometimes that's what it takes, cooler heads to prevail, and unfortunately we didn't see too much of that tonight. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there was a lot of cautions, but that's the risk that you take showing up with 26 of your favorite friends at a little third-mile oval in North Carolina. Sometimes that happens. But from all of us here at Fast 29, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us. And be notified on the next time that we are live. We got Saturday night. We will be racing at Escondido, my little fly in my ear where I blew up a camshaft 2 seasons ago in the ISRL. We'll see if it holds together this week, but I'm in a must-win on this one, Dale. If I'm gonna maintain anything in those playoffs, I gotta do something. So
I mean,
we'll see what happens there.
It's the last round before the championship. You said you weren't gonna be there, man. Well, what your plans changed too?
No, I'm still gonna be out the 21st. I could be back in time for the finale. So we will see. I'll tell you this, Dale. Whatever happens Saturday night this week is going to that's going to make my decision on whether or not I'm going to rush back for the 28th or that's what's going to happen there. So if I'm still in position, I'm going for it. But I'll at least help you guys out. So we'll see what happens. It is what it is. So
only 3 points between me and James, so to get in. So it is what it is.
Yep, but congratulations again to Austin Hakes, the winner tonight here at Hickory. We'll catch you guys on Saturday night point of view broadcast from Escondido. But for now, Chris Pickett for Dale Barham signing off for Fast 29. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys later. And we are...
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.